City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers, Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.
Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News, RDC has temporarily closed a 50-metre section of the beach at Tarawera Landing. Bay Trust celebrates with local winners of this year's Dillon Scholarships, and Sport Bay of Plenty are promoting the health benefits of riding a bicycle. But first, Rotorua Police say one cause related to the recent spate of youth fighting in the CBD is a link to the use of synthetic drugs. In recent weeks, police have had to deal with brawls erupting in the CBD. One fight was reported as involving up to 20 youth. Inspector Ed Vandenbroek says in most cases alcohol was not a factor contributing to the fighting, but that there was a link to synthetic drugs.
99% of our kids that come into town are really good kids, and so they're polite to everybody, but there's only a handful that cause this sort of problems. And if we just make sure that we ask the members of the public to report any sort of suspicious activity. If they see a fight's about to break out, we can come into town and take care of it.
Now, you just mentioned fights. Was that the bulk of what they were doing?
Yeah, disorderly behaviour, fighting amongst each other. Yeah, just settling silly disputes. Who knows what some of these kids fight about, but it's not something we want in our CBD.
Was there alcohol involved?
No, generally not, but there are synthetic drugs involved most of the time, and we certainly from the police like to see the synthetic drugs not being sold in Rotorua. That's out of my hands, unfortunately, and it's up to the community to take that action, but that's what we're finding is quite often involved in these sorts of incidents.
RDC has temporarily closed a 50-metre section of the beach at Tarawera Landing as a health precaution following a recent sewer line malfunction around public toilet and cafe facilities. RDC Infrastructure Services Group Manager Andrew Bell says the area is a very small part of Lake Tarawera. He says, however, it may take a period of time yet before water quality readings improve enough for the whole beach to be reopened. He says the council was working closely with Tuitaora Public Health, the Bay of Plenty Regional Council and the cafe's proprietors to ensure health risks were minimised. Local scholarship winners of this year's Bay of Trust Dillon Fund have formally met to celebrate. The Dillon Scholarship Program provides financial assistance to people who have significant disabilities and who are undertaking tertiary education. This year, 51 scholarships were awarded by Bay Trust throughout the Bay of Plenty.
It's rewarding from the trust point of view because all they're doing is having the money to facilitate their dreams, and from that we get to hear these wonderful stories and meet these students who are just incredible journeys that they're about to start. I talk about journey because study is a journey.
Absolutely.
And they don't know if they're going to succeed or not, but then at the end of the day you find out that they are successful, and their pride is the driver for the trust.
Now, you've just found out also that you've won one of these scholarships, so what was your reaction and how did you find out?
I was actually very excited and very surprised, and my mind was just going, money, I'm glad, I was really blown away. I was like, all that hard work has done it for this.
Cool.
In sport tonight, organisers of next month's Rotorua Bike Festival say cycling events for all the family will be at the heart of the festival. The second Rotorua Bike Festival launches on the 14th of February with Go by Bike organised by Sport Bay of Plenty. Sport Bay of Plenty Marketing Manager Melanie Short says Go by Bike promotes health benefits of cycling as well as promoting cycling as a viable option for getting to work or school. For more information on how your family can take part in the festival, visit rotoruabikefestival.com. To your weather now. Tonight the rain should be clearing with strong humid northeasterlies, turning fresh westerly and an overnight low of 13. Tomorrow Wednesday, long fine spells with westerlies, a high of 22 and a low of 14. And looking out to Thursday, becoming fine in the morning with westerlies, a high of 22 and a low of 9. And the marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, westerly 15 knots tending northwest in the afternoon with waves less than half a metre and mainly fine with late showers. Still to come tonight on City News, Kitty Danielle talks about the year ahead with Rotorua MP Todd McClay. We catch up with Events and Venues Coordinator Maria Mills and preview next week's Ragamuffin Festival. And we talk SunSafe with the Cancer Society's Sarah Fitzpatrick.